Good morning. It is Wednesday, the 4th of September. My name is Jenny McCormac from Jemini Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I'd love to introduce you to our new Christmas catalogue. Officially it's called the September to December catalogue. Bit of a mouthful, and the majority of the products are related to Christmas. So I've done a paper share and also a ribbon and embellishment share, so that you get to look at the papers and enjoy a little bit of everything. Sometimes it's overwhelming to see all the papers. By having a paper share, you get a little bit of everything. Then if you love a particular one or two or three or more, then you can purchase the whole pack of that particular set of paper. So today what I want to do is just run through what you will get in a paper share. It's basically a quarter of each pack of the papers. There are 11 papers altogether, and you will get a quarter of each pack. When it comes to the embellishments, a quarter pack doesn't always work, because they have, for example, 150 embellishments on a sheet. Obviously half of that would be 75, and then half of that would be 37.5. Well, you can't really do that with embellishments. So what I've done with the embellishments is divide them up to what would be a sensible selection. So it might be a quarter, it might be a little bit less, but I have adjusted the pricing accordingly. So you can buy the paper shares through me. They are £32 for all of the shares together, and you get some free cards and envelopes with that. If you need postage, it's £3.50. So it's £36. Did I say 36 or 32? I can't remember. 32 is my team price, and £36 is the customer price. So let's get cracking. This is the new catalogue. It is in landscape format. I'm not going to go through the whole catalogue today, but a couple of things I want to share with you. If you haven't already received a catalogue from me, by all means request one here. I do have some more to send out. It's amazing how much time it takes to get them all ready, stickered up and with all the relevant information. So if you haven't received a copy and you would like one, you are based in the UK or Ireland, then just give me a shout, excuse me, and I'm happy to send one out to you. Obviously, if you have an existing demonstrator that you have purchased from or work with, then by all means ask them in the first place. So one of the things I want to show you is, if you're a beginner crafter, the first 20 odd pages are going to be the most useful to you, because they've got details about our kits, about the different types of products that we have, some easy card making with cards and envelopes, and some great samples. This page here on 16 and 17 gives you another set of 20 different card designs or layouts that you can use. And what they've done is that they've excuse me, produced that with some of the samples from some of the packs. So we've got the cards and envelopes, and then we've got some of the embellishment packs here. And then we have obviously each of the sections. So we've got memories and more. We have some new scrap bringing products which are now in a separate additional catalogue. That's not printed, but it is available online. And then we have a suite of products, and it shows you the stamp set, the dies if there are any, excuse me, and you do need a die cutting machine for these. But if you purchase the two together, you get those at a discount. And then we have the papers, the embellishments that go with each of those suites. So there's plenty to choose from. Traditional Christmas, we've got birds, we've got obviously the snowmen and penguins, we've got the floral designs that I featured yesterday, some autumn designs, we have some bundles. So this one, for example, has papers and dies that go with it, and you can use that, buy the two together and get 10% off. It's the first time I think we've done paper and dies together. These are making these lovely bows. And then we have some traditional labels and candles. So I'm not going to go through all of these. I really just want to concentrate on the papers today. And you can see this catalogue online. If you go to jeminicrafts.co.uk and look down the right hand side, you'll see a link to all of the current catalogues. So the annual one, this Christmas one, and also the extended additional catalogue for scrapbooking products. Okay, so let's just crack on with the papers for today. And this first set of papers, I'm actually showing you the full sheets, and there's a reason for that. This is the pack that you will get, which is a quarter of each of those sheets and a whole series of embellishments. But what I want to show you is the whole thing together. So in the pack, if you bought the whole pack, which is £9.50, you've got this double-sided paper, so you've got stripes on one side, Christmas trees, and little stars and circles, and then this knitted like design, and then a really nice check on the back. And then you get 3 sheets of all these pop out embellishments. So you have these layers here, which can just literally go straight onto a card with a sentiment. You get all of these, so you can see how many there are, and there's a complete mix. So there are wreaths, presents, drums, baubles, poinsettias, and then all of these little extras here. I've got a truck with a tree on, and then you get all of these as well. So this pack would be perfect for making a stack of quick and easy Christmas cards. There's some gold foiling on here, you can see on the tree, and on the little gold stars and things like that. So what I did, obviously this doesn't easily, I'm not going to cut this in half and then into quarters. So all I do is I basically pull all of these out, and then I'll do in 4s, I'll do a set of wreaths. There might be a teddy bear, there'll then be one of the larger ones, and I just basically go round and organise them like that. So I can't guarantee which set you'll get. If there was 4 sheets of that, that would be perfect because everybody could have a sheet. But that's not the way it goes, there's 3 sheets. So your pack will look something like this, where you've got the 3 papers, you've got some of the larger pieces, and then you'll have a whole selection of these, and they're just divided up basically into 4. But this is a really good set. It'd be perfect for children or young adults to make their own Christmas cards from scratch. So that is called A Little Bit Festive. And the next one we've got is Splendid Autumn. And these are more of our scenery cards, but as you can see, with an autumn feel. So they're all double-sided, and on one side you have the scenes, and then on the other side you have these lovely plain watercolour panels, or textured panels. Okay, so I'm just going to flick through the design side So we have this one here. I'm hoping that's coming out okay on the screen. So like an autumn pathway. This one here. So nice line of trees with the sun coming through, or the moon. This one with the sky. Flowers. And there's a fabulous set of dies that go with this as well. Excuse me. More trees, scenery, and then this one with like the wheat and stuff. So that's called Splendid Autumn. So you get 12 sheets of those in the share, but you get 48 if you buy the whole pack. So some lovely backing colour designs as well. That's Splendid Autumn. Those come as 6x6 sheets. Then we have Season of Elegance. This is a beautiful set of papers, and you'll get 6 by 12 inch sheets in your pack. So we have this one. So this is all gold embossed on one side, as you can see, and then watercolour effect or textured effect. This almost looks like a grain of fabric on here on the reverse. So we have the pretty peacock, we have the basic beige, we have the green, so it's a bit of mossy meadow and granny apple. Oops. This lovely cherry cobbler, and another beige, and this one here with a different set of greens. So that's called Season of Elegance, and that's exactly what it is. Very elegant. There's a lot of gold in our catalogue this year. Okay, the next one up is, of course, we've got to have some fun. Reindeer, and there are stamps and dies that go with this cute set of papers. So this is another pack of 12 by 12, so you'll get a 6 by 12 sheet. That means you can cut it into 3 to make 3 cards. I prefer to do that rather than cut them to 6 by 6, because then you can only really get 2 cards out of the equivalent piece. So we've got this one with the fun reindeer and some little bells on the back. Reindeer and Christmas trees and trees on the back. This one here, and I'm pretty sure there is a die that matches that particular set there with the deer, mother deer and the baby. And then we have some Christmas lights, and this is really cute with the reindeer going across. And then there is a set of dies that creates this reindeer. It's actually bigger than that, but there are dies that make that into 3D. Hopefully you can see that okay. Pretty holly on the back, and then these ones here, and presents on the back, and you can cut those up if you wanted to, or just use those as backing papers in their own right. So that is Reindeer Days. Then we have to have some glimmer paper. So this is very heavily glittered paper, but the nice thing is it's no shed. There's no shed from this glitter paper. And you'll get 3 6 by 12 sheets in the paper share. This looks quite gold on the screen, but actually it's more of a green. It's more like a granny apple and a garden green, and then a real red. And you can just use a small bit for an accent, or you could die cut this for backings of tags, for example. It's single-sided, as you would expect with glimmer paper, and it's very easy to cut with your paper trimmer. I do recommend, when you are cutting, if you can, is cut it from the back, so the blade from your trimmer hits the white flat surface first. That will just make it last a little bit longer. think this is, yes, garden green, granny apple green. Just wondering if it was lemon lime twist. Okay, then we have Sentimental Christmas. This is another pack of 12 by 12. This is special set of papers because this is part of Stampin' Up's product give back. So every catalogue that they have once a year, there are products in there that raise money for charities. And this particular Sentimental Christmas paper, for every pack that is purchased, Stampin' Up donate £2.50 for us here in the UK, or €3 to local charities. And the charities they've chosen this year is related to children's literature. Okay, so Sentimental Christmas has very much a 50s, 60s vibe about it, as you will see. So we've got the deer and the little birds, and then on the reverse we've got these lovely snowflakes, which are really nice. And then we have these ribbons and holly, which I think can go either way, whichever you prefer, go down the page or across. And then the trees, I'm guessing it's designed to go down like that if the trees are in that direction. They wouldn't change the direction front to back. And then we have very traditional decorated Christmas trees and presents with stripes on the back, shaded spruce, and then these traditional stockings. Now there is a stamp set that matches this, that has stockings like that and decorated Christmas trees as well. The reverse of that is part of a full panel that has these candy canes and berries going right the way around. It's got tiny little snowflakes in the middle. Looks quite grey on there, but actually it's quite a pale green. And then this one is part of a full sheet. It has the lantern at the top, and then the rest of it has this lovely fur. So some people will get the sheet with the lantern, and some people will get the remaining part. And the other side has got candles. And then we've got this one here with the little sort of bouquets of berries and holly leaves. And on the reverse we've got those lovely stripes. So that's called Sentimental Christmas. So this is a 12 by 12 pack. The next one is Nests of Winter. This is also 12 by 12. And this features, amongst other things, birds, hence the name. Let me turn it around this way. So we've got this one here with some birch on the back. We've got this one. This is like a double-ended piece. So you have this at one end, like that, and then you have it on the top as well. So if you were using a full sheet, you could get 6 cards like that, 3 each of those. It's the same design on the top and the bottom, so everybody will get part of that. The reverse is some tiny little bird's feet, footprints, you know. And then we have this one here with all the birch trees and the little birds on. And what I do like about this is it's quite generic bird, so this could be a robin. And then we have these lovely little sparrows hiding. They're probably not sparrows. They look a bit like wrens, hiding in there. And then we have these larger birds on the berries. We've got the pool party sort of distressed look, crisscross. And then we have this lovely sheet here with the birds again. And on the reverse of that, it's garden green with stripes. And then finally this one with the pool party and the little sort of circles on the back. So that is called Nests of Winter. Obviously that is 12 by 12. Then we have some fun snowy scenes. So think snowmen, penguins, and there's a really fun stamp set that goes with this. So we have houses, and on the reverse of that we have candy canes. We have these snow globes, and the dies that goes with this do cut out the snow globes, and then you can see the snowmen and the penguins and the houses and the tree, and that's reflected in the stamp set. The reverse of that is pool party and garden green and white snowflakes. We then have larger trying to think what they're called. I just said now and I've forgotten what I called them. Now you could cut these manually, so if you don't have the dies, I think these may be larger than the dies anyway, so they're quite easy to cut that out. If you don't like the snow globe idea, that's the word, then you could use a punch or a circle to punch out each of those. This is very hard for me to cut, but I have tried to get as many full pieces on there in your paper share as I can. Who's joined us? I can see Diana. Snow globes, thank you. The paper shares are just a great way because you can't see them very well in the catalogue, and there is no longer an index of the printed copies of the paper shares, of the papers, so it's much harder to see. Fun snowmen, they're very cute, and then a sort of little plaid there, hand-drawn plaid, and then you've got to love these penguins with their scarves and everything, and then you've got some Christmas trees there, and then finally I absolutely love this holly, and then on the back we've got the stripes. So that's called Snowy Scenes, and that does have a fabulous stamp set to go with it. I'll just see if I can grab it quickly just to show you. I think this is page 33. Yeah, so there's some great samples here of shaker cards, and then here is the stamp set. Now I appreciate that's quite small on there, I know you can't really see it. Page 33 if you've got a printed copy. So we've got snowmen, we've got candy canes, we've got hats, snowflakes, a little chalet, got mountains, Christmas trees, penguins, holly, and then season's greetings, let it snow, and Happy New Year. Some really nice funky sentiments as well. There are some loose snowflake embellishments, and I did wonder whether to include those in the embellishment share, but I decided they're so small and fiddly that if I pop them into cellophane bags, hardly any of them would be left because they ping everywhere. But you can purchase those. Right, so that's Snowy Scenes. Then we've got Regal Winter, which are the papers I showed you. Let me see. Yesterday, I had to think about that. These are absolutely stunning. And these were probably my least favourite until I bought the papers. Because they really are lovely. And you'll have seen the card that I made yesterday. The YouTube video of that is up and running. So exactly what it says really. Regal Winter. But I don't think it's necessarily winter. I think you could use this at any time of year. It makes a really opulent card. So we've got the flowers here, and then we've got this lovely two-tone backing. This is Cherry Cobbler, so with this dark and this lighter tone. We've got this one in Wild Wheat and Pretty Peacock on the reverse. We've got this one with the blues, Night of Navy. There's a little bit of purple in here as well. And Blackberry Bliss. And then we've got this one, just a slightly different set of colours to the first, with the Night of Navy and Misty Moonlight backing. And then this one with the reds, wild wheat, and then finally this one with blackberry bliss and white, and then the pretty peacock backing. So that is the Regal Winter, and that goes with the Regal Flora stamps that we used. Right, just a couple more to go. Regal Distressed paper. So it's not particularly distressed. This one is distressed because it's got this sort of patchwork of gold. This one is pretty peacock with gold embossing on it, and then we have white with the check. These are single-sided because they're gold embossed. And then finally for the papers we have Take a Bow or Take a Bow, because they are designed to go with the bow dies that I showed you earlier. These are double-sided, and you get 12 sheets, and there are 4 designs, and you get 3 sheets of each. So what's really nice about this is that you get 12 sheets of each of these if you buy a full pack, because there's 48 in the pack, 4 different designs. If you wanted to do multiple cards that were almost the same, just changing the papers, this is a really good way to do it, because you get many more sheets of the same design, more than normal. So we've got red and white dots and stripes. We've got the lovely little holly berries and not holly leaves, and then red and white stripes. We've got the lovely dots in the red, white, and then the 2 greens and little stars on the reverse. And then finally we've got the red, white and green stripes and green dots on the other. So we have some that have solid backgrounds and then some that have white backgrounds. So this goes perfectly with the Take a Bow or Take a Bow dies, because you can just literally put them on, cut them all out, and then make multiple bows. Obviously you could use your own papers as well. So those are all that are included in the paper shares, and then what I am including free in the shares are 1 each of these designs. So these are called gold edge dipped cards. They come with matching envelopes. They come as a pack of 9, and they're exactly what they say. They've got gold around the edges. They're double-sided, so if you're a canny crafter, what you can do is cut this off and mount it onto another card. Could be a white card, or in this case Guard of Green. So you've got ones that work really in lots of different ways. So we've got a landscape one effectively there. You've got the Knight of Navy, so that would work really well with a little scene, but you could use it this way as well. And then we have the Real Red, and again you could use it either way. And then we have 3 in your packs, 3 matching envelopes, so the red, the green and the navy. That would be lovely. You could even cut that up and stamp some trees on there. That make a stunning scenery card, and then just a Happy Christmas on the top. So you get 1 each of those as samples free with your paper share packs. So orders are open for those, £36 for a quarter pack of all the papers, £3.50 for post and packing. What I do is I wrap each of the sets of papers with a little strip of paper, and then I put the label on telling you what the paper is, and they all come to you in a cardboard box for security. It's like a slightly bigger than A4 box, and that means I know that hopefully they're going to get to you in one piece. So thank you so much. I will be showing you the embellishment shares and the ribbon shares. Those are available forthcoming, and they will be, I think, $11.50 for each of those shares. The ribbon is just a straight quarter of all the packs of ribbon, and I haven't included the baker's twine because it's so thin. If you want some baker's twine, it's much easier just to buy a whole reel because it's not expensive. But I have included all the ribbons. So we have the wild wheat, we've got the cherry cobbler, and we've got blackberry bliss, and we've also got shaded spruce. Those are the ones that come to mind. So thank you so much for joining me. Thanks, Diana. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for joining us. So I'm not normally here at this time, so I appreciate anybody that spotted me live. So information about these will go out probably tomorrow, because I sent out information about the catalogue today. But if you've already got a catalogue, that information about the paper shares is inside my little leaflet that I sent out, and that just tells you a little bit about the catalogue. It tells you my personal highlights, and then we've got the paper shares, the scrapbooking product range, and then on the back other ways that you can come and craft with me. So thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. I hope that's been informative and useful to you. Definitely time for a cup of coffee for me, and I'll catch up with you again really soon. Bye for now. Thank you.